Alright, it started. You gotta make your way over, babe. Make your way over.
Come just a second. Just give myself a
Okay, so this is now episode 10. We've hit double-digit episodes. I know this is gonna be. Again, we still gotta look at the camera more. Because for now, it's okay.
I thought we should both have ponytails.
Yeah. Actually, I took mine out. Look, I took mine out. I just I'll let it fall. But it's been a ponytail all day. It's been a ponytail all day, so it's gonna kind of hang back here anyway.
So.
Okay, so you just finished playing like 10 games. That again, I get in the delivery notifications. Some of them might be in these boxes, some of them may not. We're a little behind. It's been a few days. So we were almost kind of there. Like we only had like 12 boxes to go. And you didn't want to go. You didn't want to keep going and get it all done. And now we're back to like 40 boxes. We're back to a bunch. So one I want to tell you about. I kind of gave you a briefing about it, but one of the games that we bought on auction, another kind of complaint story. I'm going to complain about eBay sellers again. I don't want to turn that into every episode because I complained about the crazy guy on Anticipation the other day. But I'm going to complain about the guy that we bought a Styanax. Okay, we bought the game a Styanax from him, and it was I offered this guy. He listed it for $175, and this game is always selling for like $200 to $240. He listed it for $175, and I kind of lowballed him right out of the gates, and I said I'll give you $150. Okay, like you can make an offer, and I don't know what the people think when they offer, like they say, or best offer on an auction that starts at a bidding, and there's no buy it now. Like I don't know if that means you could offer below, because I've done it a few times, and I've ended up buying the games for below what their starting bid was. So I feel like it's worked. So I'm like, well, I just got to gauge where this guy's at. So we put it at 175. I offer 150. He doesn't take it. So then I offer him. Well, then I can't go exactly what he's starting to bid at. So then I think I offered him like 200. Still didn't take it. Okay, and then I offered. I think I offered him 250. And I'm like, that's higher than like any of these have ended. But I've lost like 2 in a row. It's not a very rare game by any means, but I want to get the game, just knock it off the list. And it was okay. It wasn't mint anyway. So I offered him 250. He counters at 275, and then I kind of think about it, and I'm like, why should I have to pay more than anybody has paid for this game in the last 90 days that I can see for this game that this guy has? So I declined his offer at 275. Anyway, then I bid on it, and I win it, and I'm the only bidder at $175. 2 minutes later, the guy cancels the auction, says lost or damaged. Then I go leave him negative feedback. Again, I got to leave these people negative feedback. When they wrong us, I got to do it. So I leave him negative feedback. And then he relists the same auction. Identical, just relists, just clicks relist. And he now starts the bid at $200, 25 stinking dollars, and $275 buy it now. Then I leave another follow-up feedback, because you can leave a negative, and then you can leave like a follow-up comment on it, because I know eBay, so I know what I'm doing. So I leave a follow-up feedback, and I said basically like, are you kidding me, dude? Like in the feedback, are you kidding me? You actually are now you've relisted the item for more. That's not how eBay works. He never replies to anything I do. Doesn't reply to his own feedback or anything. And he only had like 15 total feedback. And only 4 in the last year, I think, because now it brought him from 100% positive to 75. I think they only count the last 365 days. So then today he lowers the price back to 175 with a 250 buy now. Oh, what was it worth it? Was it really worth it? I would have paid him like that. He would have it done. The guy's he's from Minneapolis. It means I could go drive to his house and pick up the game. His or her house. I go drive and pick up the game. But anyway, just stupid. Just kind of a dumb thing. Another eBay seller. Only two negative feedbacks on 150 purchases. Maybe that's what it's going to be. 98% are going to be good. 2% bad. Whatever. All right, let's open the games. I want to make sure this thing's actually recording. So I got to click this little button, and if I click it and it doesn't actually like start, then we're just talking to ourselves. So I got to make sure that timer's going. Okay. So I make sure. I'm always like very afraid that like we click play, and then nothing actually happens.
And we just wasted a bunch of time.
All right. Well, we're good.
Zoda's Revenge.
Star Tropics 2. So I I didn't have you play this one because I know this game. I mentioned in a previous episode that my sister had one game, and the game was Maniac Mansion. I was wrong. She had Maniac Mansion, and she had Star Tropics 1. So it's kind of you didn't play Zelda before, but it's kind of a puzzle game. You get into rooms, you have to solve a puzzle, you have to collect something, you have to collect a key or something to get out, or kind of a puzzle game. Star Tropics 2 is one I don't think I've ever played, Star Tropics 2. But I know of it. Okay, I know of the game. Again, I know of Star Tropics 1. It's going to be the same thing. It's a continuation of the game. Again, it's kind of like a Zelda. Have you ever played Zelda 1? The Legend of Zelda?
I only like package games
No?
with you.
Okay.
I don't even play it.
All right. Well, anyway, so Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. That's another one. Not a water graded, so it doesn't count. Not a VGA graded, doesn't count towards our collection total, which we have, let's see, 20, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. So we're starting episode 10, 44 games collected and in the set here. Can you read that one?
Not without saying it wrong.
Nobunaga's Ambition. Nobunaga's Ambition. I think I accidentally bought 2 of this game. Okay? Like I'm pretty positive. I thought one of them was Nobunaga's Ambition 2. Maybe I'll get lucky, but if I'm thinking correctly, I think I bought 2 of the same game. Because I think what happened was I bid on one. Because I also organized all the games that we have. Like I recorded everything that we had, so now I have a much better idea of what we have coming. There's so many games coming that I was just buying willy-nilly. Anything that was a good deal, I was buying it. I didn't have time to organize everything. Finally got around to it. So everything's good. So I've actually canceled a bunch of things I was watching.
Smart.
I was canceling a bunch of things I'm watching, so I'm not going to watch that one anymore. I don't need that game anymore. But Nobunaga's Ambition, this one is a VGA, it's sealed, but it says 75 EX plus NM, which means not in the greatest shape. You have a little bit of a bent corner here, a worn corner here, a worn corner, so that's what a 75. So a 75, another bent corner, that both sides of that was bent. So a 75 for VGA is one of those just beat up games. No, careful with that one. Please be very careful with that one. Oh, yeah, we should probably start wearing gloves for these things. Actually, I did buy a laminating, like a shrink wrap machine, because I thought we're touching these games, we're putting them in and out of boxes. The ones that have the plastic are fine, but I don't want to put these in and out of plastic bags every time. So I thought, well, I'll just shrink wrap them with a clear wrap, and then we can touch them all we want. We can put them in and out of boxes, and only the shrink wrap's going to get damaged. I'm not going to scratch up the plastic case because obviously they're worth a lot. But so it's probably a good idea that I bought another one of these. Because at a 75, not exactly a high, like that's we have 160. I think that's the lowest VGA one we have. All right, here. Ooh, I gotta be careful. You know, I was a little worried this was it was actually sealed, and it is though. It is. So this is a real good buy. Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. This is the one that the guy said it was a PAL version, which is like the European version of the game. He also listed the title very awkwardly, where he didn't put it as a Nintendo game. He just said like Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link game sealed. So if you typed in like NES Zelda 2 or Nintendo Zelda 2, it didn't come up because it didn't have the keywords that you were asking for. So I offered him. It's not a great condition game by any means, but the price I got was really good because he said PAL. And the reason he said it was a PAL version was because up here it says NES space P space AL, which I get it. I get it why you would think this thing is a PAL version, but that's just how the US version is. I don't know why. But I checked the other ones before I bought it from the guy. I checked all the other ones that people had listed for like $1,500 and stuff, and they all said the same thing: NES space P space L. There's nothing in here that tells me this is a PAL version. I get exact same back and front. There's no double languages. There's nothing. So this truly is, and it is from Kmart. I mean, so it's a U.S. company that sold it. He even said, actually, he said sold in the U.S. But he said PAL, well, that didn't make any sense. Like, I think he put in the title, PAL version sold in the US. Why would you sell a European version in the United States? Didn't make any sense. So I snatched up a Zelda 2 Adventures of Link. This would get like a 5.5 by Wada. The box is really pushed in here. We have label torn. We have kind of some wear on the bottom, stickers on it. Top is a little damaged, but it doesn't matter because the price was really good. A 5.5. I didn't pay for a 5.5. His error. Yeah, I gotta take advantage. I feel like the business is getting back together, right? Like this is what I did. Like this is what I started the business with. I found these deals. I found these ways to get. In the next episode, I talk about another deal. The 11 games I bought this morning. But I found these deals back in the day, and we turned into a business. I made a ton of money off it, and I feel like we're doing that again. Like we're back in the game where we're finding these deals. We bought that dude's collection that's coming any day now. We got this game because we knew what we were dealing with, and the guy selling it didn't. You know, again, I'm sorry, but that's, you know, somebody was going to buy it. It might as well be us, right? Because somebody looked at it was going to find out like that's not a PAL version of the game, and we just happened to be the first ones to do it. Then there was that other one that I bought right after it listed. I can't remember what game it was, but I listed it. Oh, the Tecmo Super Bowl prototype lot. Right after the guy listed the game, I bought it. You know, kind of right place, right time. We know what we're doing, and we got the money to do it. Which, by the way, we have 40-something games here. We have not yet got any money from that house. Again, it's only 40-something, but we have, if you count all the sealed games that we have that are not WADA graded yet, and all the ones on the way, I think we have like 180 of the collection. Which I did read something, by the way, that the total collection might be like 700 and something games. It might be like 100 more than we thought. I'm going to have to back up and check, because I read a Wikipedia article that said 671. It might be like 750. So, but still, if we have 180 different games that are sealed, we're 25% there. Regardless of what number you're looking at, we're within that 25%, give or take. That's 1 out of 4.
It's an okay stopping point.
That's a good. I mean, we barely started this thing too. Like I was talking about doing this for like 5 years. If we get to 200 games in the first 3 months.
Oh, we should probably start doing like Sega Genesis.
Actually, I said that in the first episode. I said the first episode. I said
that's
if
the
we
only
get
thing
to
that
that.
came in my mind. That's why I said.
Because remember the business before, we sold like a couple million games. We probably sold 2 million games was all said and done. Because I think I looked at it and like our total feedback on the account was like 180,000 or something. But if you got like if somebody gave you 10 feedback, it only counted as 1. And like the total number of feedback, I think was like 500,000. And then there's tons of people that never gave us feedback. So I believe, and again, total sales, I think we had like 2 million sales between Amazon, eBay, individual, whatever. I think we sold like 2 million games. So, okay, we got to keep this thing moving. I'm talking, like I said, every
Mutant
episode.
Virus.
The Mutant Virus. You played this one. I've never played it. It was the first one you played today. What do you think? Tell me.
I think that's the one.
Tell us about it. Very first one you played.
That I couldn't even get out of there.
The Mutant Virus.
Yeah. Oh, you were just supposed to like shoot at things. And you were stuck in this room, and I could not. Like it just. I had read the thing after, like the description after I had started it, but I never escaped the room, and I gave up.
You played for a little while.
I know.
All right,
I was like, wow, I am
a little while and I actually escaped.
really dumb, or this is a stupid game.
The Mutant
I'm
Virus.
gonna go with
Crisis,
this stupid game.
Crisis in a computer world. I know I always say I think I got a really good deal, but I got a stellar deal on this game. It was just sitting on eBay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. This is a rare game, and the people that are selling like a WADA graded version were asking a ton of money.
Oh.
The game is in real
The
good
actual
condition.
game has anything to do with
It
it.
does. The crappier the game, the more value it is because nobody wanted it. Like, if you played Zelda and you liked it, you told your friend, and your friend bought it, and then he told his friend, and he bought it, and you get millions of people buying Zelda. If the game is really bad, then you buy it and you tell your friend that game was terrible. Don't ever buy that thing, and then you don't. The word of mouth doesn't happen if nothing else. But this game is. I mean, look at the condition of that game. It's real good. Now you can barely tell, but there's a piece of plastic missing right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a piece of plastic missing, and that was the reason. But they're like giving this game away, and the game sells for 8 times as much when
It's
you
still
want to grade
technically
it.
sealed.
Yeah, it's still sealed because it has the horizontal seam. The top is completely sealed. The outside is sealed. It just has a piece of plastic missing. Like, I don't know how Wada grades thing, but I'm guessing they're going to say your seal is a C plus or something, or C, because it's kind of beat. But the game condition itself, they're going to have to give it. You're going to have to give it a, what would otherwise be an 8.5, and maybe they give it an 8.0 when it's all said and done. But maybe they get an 8.0. But the Mutant Virus Crisis in Computer World.
Fantasy Zone.
You played this one too.
I played this one. Let's look at the back.
Tell us a little about Fantasy Zone. I don't know this game. Never played it.
This
Didn't watch you
one-
play it either, so I have no idea.
I just kept flying through there, and the same things kept killing me. Because I was like trying to go too fast, and I didn't know what was bad and what was good. So
I'm assuming everything that's out there is bad. It's usually how it works.
Oh, yeah, I was
Everything
just-
is-
going through, and then I tried to shoot them, and I made it. I guess I made it farther than that one that I did.
I can't even tell by the pictures in the back. Oh, so it's like a side-scrolling shooter, right? The enemies, you fly this way, and the
Yep.
enemies come at you
Yeah,
this way.
and the joystick, like
Okay, you just go up and
joystick
down
is-
and shoot.
The controller's actually
Okay.
going the right way, which is nice. Sometimes you're like, am I supposed to go up to go forward, or am I supposed to?
So there's a million games like that. There's a ton of games like that.
This is very confusing.
Now this is one where it's a Tengen game. I think it looks like it has the overlap seam. Yep, it has the overlap seam in the middle. The vertical kind of overlap, which Tengen have, which you're looking for to make sure it's a real sealed game. This is one where once again, I'm going to say I got a really good deal. I bid on one, and I lost it by quite a bit. Like, I bid like $230, and it sold for $350. Okay, and then some guy listed it like 4 days later. Some guy listed it, and his buy it now was like $150, and it was probably better condition than the one that I lost for 300 and something. And I only bid $250, but I got pretty good crushed. So I very happy to pick it up. Very happy I lost the auction that I bid on. And are we gonna get any Wada? Are we gonna get any graded games in this batch? Maybe we should
No, that one actually isn't. So
just skip that one then. Let's keep digging. Let's get some graded. We got 4. We gotta get a couple graded every one.
The bigger
Again, we had
box.
40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, we did get one in this one.
Yeah.
So we have 45 graded games now. Let's see here. Let's see. This one's already open. You opened all those.
Yeah, that's why they weren't big enough boxes. And I thought it would even be a graded one. Maybe this one will have something that's graded.
Okay, I'll start opening this one too.
Oh, peanuts.
Yeah, I like to get like
This looks like one.
I like to get like 2 or I like to get 2 or 3 graded games per episode here. I mean, if we're gonna get like I said, this is probably gonna take like 100 to 200 episodes. I don't want it to take 1,000 episodes. I think we take 1,000 episodes to get less than 1,000 games. I'm gonna lose interest.
Every single game.
Even I'm gonna lose interest. Like, I don't care who's watching it, so the kids or whatever. Like, I'm gonna lose interest if we're gonna go that slow. So we gotta make some things happen. Now I do have some very good games on the way. I've kind of upped
This is inside of another box. The box. Inside of another box.
boxes, and therefore Star Watch. It's gonna be like some. It's gonna be some game we already have. Like a double of it. This guy really
Just
lied.
kidding.
Why does this guy? Why do you put like a paper wrapping over a box? Like he's protecting the box, that is for shipping. I never really understood that. Like unless the box
It
had.
is a Wada.
Okay, we got a Wada.
It's
Here we go.
oh. Greg Norman's Golf Power.
I bought that while we were in Walmart the other day.
Exciting.
Walking in the store.
There you go.
Bid on it. I was the only person that bid on it. Apparently, nobody wants to get it. It's another one of those games, though, where so you can't get it. You really can't get the game in just a regular sealed copy. There's none of them out there. And we'll just do this box and we'll end this episode. So you can't really get it in a regular, just sealed copy of the game. And then the next Wada graded one, they wanted $1,500 for it. And it's one of those things where, like, I think they're the only guy that has it. Every day I see these people list these games for $10,000. Like actually, RoboCop. Somebody just listed RoboCop for $9,999. And I think it's because there's no other sealed RoboCops. So they're just thinking, look, I can name my price. If somebody wants RoboCop, I'm the only guy that's got it in the world for sale as far as we can tell. So I think that's why he listed it when he did. Same thing with the $1,500 for Greg Norman's Golf Power. But I paid $250. And I'll pay for a 9.2, a B plus sealed. I'll pay $250 any game, you name it. Because again, the grading alone, and they have this like, look at that deep badge. You see the badge? It has like a hologram.
Yep.
So I believe you can only do that. Okay, well that one has the same deep badge. I don't know.
This is not
There's some deep badge thing, but these all seem to have the same badge. I gotta learn
rated.
that. I guess I gotta do a little research on that.
It's not a rated one, FYI.
Okay, well, that'll be the end of the app. But anyway, Greg Norman's Golf Power, adding to the collection, 9.2, a nice high score. I have no complaints with that. And I think I got a fair price for a game that is seemingly kind of rare. On eBay. All right, end the episode. Ooh, I remember this one. I don't think I had you play this. Metal Fighter?
I don't think so.
Nope, Metal Fighter. So, sealed game, Color Dreams. Remember, we have that logo. We really got to frame that logo. I just have it sitting in the box right now for the last 15 years. Real good condition Metal Fighter. This is one of those rare games. So there's another thing going on with eBay where if I put a game on auction and started at like a penny, the game, we'll stop with this one here.
Okay.
If I put a game at a penny and start the auction, like this game probably would have sold for like $700. That just seems to be how it goes. I saw a game today that wasn't that super rare, I don't think. It sold for like $2,200. And it might have been the condition, it looked like it was kind of mint. But this guy had this one for, I think it was like $265. It was sitting out there and it had like 20 watchers. So everybody was kind of looking at it, maybe hoping he lowered the price, maybe he hoping that they get an offer, like the seller offered, because the seller can offer people that watch it like a little bit less. So I had to snatch it up. It's the only one. From the business before, this game was not one that came in a lot. It was not. So I don't know anything about it. It looks like it's another one of those side-scrolling shooters, but you're in some kind of submarine type thing. So it's underwater side-scrolling shooter. But I just kind of had to snatch it up. I feel like you're not going to get a condition like this. And like I said, I've seen it. Actually, a guy had, what was the game? He had Bible Buffet. Okay? Bible Buffet. He put it on. He had it out there forever. And I was haggling with the guy, negotiating with the guy, and he was coming down a little, but not as much as I wanted. I just wasn't going to take it. I wasn't going to take his deal. And then he listed it on auction, and I said, oh, I got him. He started like a penny. I'm like, I'm going to get this game for a steal. Okay, because he listed it, the game that he was trying to get like $650 for, and I was willing to pay him like $500. I was like, I'm gonna take this guy, and I'm gonna get it for $350, and he didn't want to haggle with me, and he didn't know what he was doing. The game sold for $750. So you could have bought it for months. You could have bought this game for $550 or whatever he had it for, or $650. I can't remember what it was. And sold for like $750 because he put it on auction. You know, that's just it is. People they get excited. They see it, they bid it up, and then they want to win. And then that's kind of like the heritage.
Adrenaline.
Yeah. So we'll start the next episode with a little bit of my adrenaline overpaying for a game on Heritage Auctions. Okay.